Let's start with today's topic, that's data modeling. Now, what is data and what is the modeling in it? So, data modeling is nothing, but data modeling is basically when you want to model up your data in a way so that you can make some relationship between the data sets. So basically, how you can combine your data, how you can make relationships between your data set is something which is called as a data modeling concept in your Power BI. So data modeling concept is kind of very much important when we talk about in Power BI because it helps you to have a relationship of the data and help us to know that how we can basically toggle all the data together or work with the data together so that we can work on the features and everything. So what is the feature that we have while we use a data modeling? So basically data modeling is one of the feature used to connect multiple data sources in your Power BI. So let's say if I have a table where I have employee details and I have their respective salary in the other table, and I want to connect these two tables together, then obviously by the common column or a common column that will be ID of the two tables, I'm going to combine those data together. So that is called as the data modeling, basically. And that relationship defines how data sources are connected with each other and how you can create an interesting data visualization on multiple data sources. Now, these data modeling not only help you to create or not only help you to connect the data with each other, but basically these connections also helps you to create a very good amount of beautiful visuals and all of that stuff in that form. So you can have a good visualization created. You can have very good visualizations when you are creating. Basically, you can merge two tables and based on that, on various categorical columns or various dimension columns, you can get various measures across the tables and everything of that sort. So that's how a relationship is defined between the data source. And with this modeling feature, you can also build some custom calculations as well. So basically, by combining the two tables, you can always build some custom calculations on an existing table. And these columns may be directly present into your Power BI visualization, which will not only allow the business to define a new metric or to perform any customized calculations on the matrix as well. So basically, let's say if you have any common model or if you have a relationship between the data to combine the two data sets, then it is very much easy. So if you see this snippet over here, I have a customer table and I have the sales table. So if you see over here, when I'm joining my customer table with my sales table, so herein, when I'm combining this, so you can see that here also I have a customer key and here also I have a customer key. So customer key is something which is like a common in both of my table of customer and sales. So based on that, obviously I combine those two tables together, and then I have like various combinations as well. So let's see one example on the Power BI as well. Let's go to the data modeling. So this is my orders table and this is my product table. Okay. Now let's go to the model view of it. There we can see what connections we can create between both of the tables. Let's see that. So see, if you see over here where you have orders and products. So when I'm connecting orders and product together, so what are the common columns that you can get while you connect the data together is your product SEQ. The product SEQ is something which is common in both the tables. Now the thing is that the first question that comes or cross up in the mind is how you can know that which is the common table that you have in the data set by which you can connect. Okay, so nothing to it. Whenever you bring two tables automatically, Power BI has that intelligence sense that it will connect your data automatically into it and will connect to the data sources. Basically, it will connect you with the data. Automatically, it will make a connection. So if in both the two tables or the tables that you are using have some common column or something of that sort, then automatically it is going to connect that two through each other. So you don't have to worry on that part, that okay, how we are going to connect it, or how we are going to make this connection, or what is the common column by which I should connect it, or something of that sort. You don't have to worry on that front. Basically, it helps, it combines by itself only. So you don't need to worry on that part. So like this way, when I bring my orders and product table, so it automatically connected it. Now, if let's say you want to change it to something different, or maybe you want to make a connection of something different, what you can do is that the connection that you are seeing, you can just go into this connection, have a double click. So it takes some time to open, basically. You can either delete it from here, or you can go to properties, or you can also open up that relationship data model where they have combined themselves. So here you can see you have orders table and you have product table. And from here, if I want to make a connection, so the connection has been made on these two columns. So the product SEQ was something which was common in both the tables, and based on that, it made a connection. Now, in this, if you see over there, there is an option of cardinality. Now, what is this cardinality? Cardinality is nothing, but it's a type of a relationship between the data set that has many to many, one to one, or one to many. Okay. Now, what are these relationships that you have in the in your different data sources or anything? What is this relationship? Many to one means when you have a many to one relationship, like you have a many to one relationship. So many to one means when your all of these data set of orders table is connected to only one in this. That is called as many to one relationship. Okay. That is called as your many to one relationship. Like all the other columns are related to the one column in the other table. For example, all the order ID, order date, order year from the orders table, all of the columns in the orders table is related to only a single column in the product table. Okay. That is what we say as a your relationship. That is what we say as a cardinality relationship in your Power BI. Okay. So there are multiple relationships that are there in the picture, not only one, but there are multiple type of a relationship properties that we have, or the cardinality relationship that we have, that has 4 options. Basically, one to many is also there. One to many to one, one to one, one to many, many to many. So there are more relationships. Now, what is one to one relationship? So one to one, one to many, and many to one cardinality options are essentially the same. They have most cardinality types. For example, when you are configuring a one to one, one to many or many to one relationship, you will choose the one that matches the orders in your related column. And for example, if let's say I have a product, like in this case, I have a product and orders table. So in that case, from the product table and sales table, if I'm using, so product column is found in each of the tables. So let's say in this case, I have product SEQ, which is found in both of the tables, and I'm doing a one to many. So product SEQ will have a unique value in the product table. Okay. And if you relate the table in the reverse, like sales to product, then cardinality becomes as many to one. Okay. So if I relate it in a reverse form from orders to product, then it is many to one. So that's how it works. Now, one to one relationship that comes up is something which means that both columns contain your unique values. Okay. and it isn't common, it represents a suboptimal model. That's what we have. Now, many to many relationship means both columns contain duplicate values. So here, if I talk about this, many to one. So many to one means here you will have multiple values. You will have the multiple duplicate values, but in this table, you will always have a unique value. That's the condition of many to one. And one to many will be vice versa. That is, it will have one unique value in this table and many duplicates value in the product table. That's how the opposite of it works. One-to-one relationship, that means in both of the table in which you are making a relationship, in both of them, there will be on the unique keys only. The common column on which you are merging the data, both of them have the unique keys itself. Okay. Then the next you have next in which you have many to many. That means in both of the tables that you are connecting, it will have both will have a duplicate values in the columns. So these are the relationships. So here, whenever you connect the two data together, you bring the two data together, then it will automatically define that what type of connection it has. So this is something which you don't have to do it. It can be done automatically. So you don't have to basically bother about it. That okay, which connection should become or what is the relationship that should be managed between the two tables or any of this stuff. Okay. So that is something which can be done by Power BI itself whenever you bring the table inside it. So that's one of our most important functionality. Now, let's say if your tables are not there and you want to directly know that from where I could get that table. So you can go to, okay, let it stop, then I'll tell you where you can go. So basically you can go to this option of manage relationship. Let it open. So once you open it, you see the existing relationship that are there and on what columns beside it, the common IDs have been matched. Now here you can either say auto detect or if you want to create by your own. Let's say in my orders and retailer table, there is a connection because the retailer ID is common in both the tables. So if I want to edit the existing connection, so see, here I can see it's a many to one relationship. Okay. So similarly, if I want to check for returns and orders and I want to check if I want to edit anything or anything, so it's also many to one relationship. So in major of the cases, there is many to one relationship. Only there will be one or two cases, there will be one to one or maybe many to many relationship, but majorly the relationships comes on like this. So from here in the managed relationship, you can either edit it, you can either make it, you can either convert it, or maybe you can edit it, or you can have a setup of auto detect also. So if you set up an auto detect, it will automatically detect the connection and it will make it automatically set up accordingly. After looking into the tables and seeing the common columns, it will automatically match that, which is something which is done at a first go itself. Whenever you load the data into your Power BI, then only if you have two multiple tables and if it sees that, okay, these two tables have something in common, so that will automatically be matched as well. So you don't have to bother on that part of auto detection. But if let's say in the middle you bring a new table and you want to have an auto detection done by them, so that can also be done over there. So this is called as a data modeling, and this is actually being used a lot. So the feature of using it is, I told you in the beginning that obviously that you will have a feature wherein by combining all these two data, I can create a table out of it. So if you go to my report view, so if you see from the store name, I have given a sum of overall profit for the particular years I have created that. So this is a kind of table I can create from a from this data set. So see, I can create somewhat of a data set from here, or maybe not this, but yeah, but a proper funnel chart from here, or maybe a pie chart from here. I can create these type of things over here. So these can probably be created from this data set, that I can have sum of overall profits or anything of that sort in my data. To see for those IDs or to see for that column, I can really create those. So that's something when I combine two columns together, I can see for those things. So that's called a data relationship that we come across. Okay. So yeah, that's what you saw over there also.